In this episode, let us learn how to design and develop an algorithm to find the square root of a given number n. Implement a C program for the same and execute it for all possible inputs with appropriate messages. The logic is to find the square root of a number, the following pseudocode can be used. That is, the first statement is square root is equal to number divided by 2. And the second statement is temp is equal to 0. And the third statement is as long as square root not equal to temp, we should execute two statements. The first statement is temp equals to square root. And the next statement is square root is equal to number divided by square root plus square root. Entire thing should be within simple braces divided by 2. Let us see how the above pseudocode can be used to find the square root. Assume that the number is 100. In the pseudocode, we can see that there are three variables. One variable is square root, second variable is temp, and the third variable is number. Assuming all the three variables to be of type integer, we know that if any variable is of integer, 2 bytes of memory would be allocated to them. So let me have my memory layout here. We know that 2 bytes of memory should be allocated to number like this. 2 bytes of memory should be allocated to variable square root like this. 2 bytes of memory should be allocated to my variable called as temp like this. Now, initially the value of number happens to be 100. Now, we know that the first statement to be executed is square root is equal to number divided by 2. So, what is the value of number? Number value happens to be 100. So, what is 100 by 2? 100 by 2 is nothing but 50. So, this 50 value I'd be storing it in my variable called as square root. So, square root in this variable is initialized with 50. And I would initialize temp with 0 like this. Then in cycle 1, as long as square root not equal to temp, open the flower braces, we should be executing these two statements. That is, temp equals to square root. And the next statement is square root is equal to number divided by square root plus square root within entire thing within simple braces divided by 2. If I substitute square root is equal to 50 and temp equals to 0, we can see that 50 is not equal to 0. So the condition is true. If the condition is true, we will be entering the while loop and we would be executing both the statements. Now, the first statement is we should initialize whatever is in square root to temp. What is the value of square root? The square root value happens to be 50. So, temp also would be initialized with 50. Initially, the value of temp was 0. Now, I would be initializing it with 50. The next statement is square root is equal to number, value of the number happens to be 100 and square root happens to be 50. If I substitute number is equal to 100 and square root is equal to 50 in this statement, we would be getting it as 100 divided by 50 plus 50, entire thing divided by 2. Now, here we should be applying the BODMAS rule. That is, first we should be performing division and then we should be performing addition. So what is 100 divided by 50? It happens to be 2. Then 2 plus 50 happens to be 52. What is 52 divided by 2, which happens to be 26? So this value should be initialized in square root. But what was the initial value of square root? Initially, the value of square root was 50. So I would be initializing this square root variable with a new value called as 26. Since we are within the while loop, I would again check the condition. What is the condition? So we will be entering the cycle 2 here. In cycle 2, we can see that square root value happens to be 26 and the temp value happens to be 50. So 26 is not equal to 50. As the condition is true, we would once again enter the while loop. And the first statement to be executed is temp equals to square root. In this case, we can see that square root value happens to be 26 and the temp value happens to be 50. If I substitute square root is equal to 26, so I should be initializing my temp variable also with 26. So the new value of temp happens to be 26. And the next statement to be executed is this. That is square root is equal to number divided by square root plus square root, entire thing divided by 2. So what is the value of number? Number happens to be 100. What is square root value? Square root value happens to be 26. So if I substitute these two values in the statement, I would be getting it as 100 divided by 26 plus 26, entire thing divided by 2. What is 100 divided by 26? I would like to tell my viewers that again we are performing integer by integer. Integer by integer, the result would always be an integer. So when I perform 100 divided by 26, I would be getting the result as 3. And again here I am applying the BODMAS rule. First we should be performing within brackets and first priority should be given to division and then the second priority would be given to addition. So 100 divided by 26 happens to be 3. And if I add this number with 26, I would be getting it as 29. And if I divide 29 by 2, I would be getting the value as 14. So the new value of square root happens to be 14. So I would initialize this variable with 14. And I would again check the condition. So we would be entering cycle 3 now. In cycle 3, we can check that the value of square root happens to be 14 and temp happens to be 26. So if I substitute these two values, we would be getting it as long as 14 not equal to 26. Yes, the condition is true again. Since the condition is true, I would be executing both the statements. And the first statement to be executed is temp is equal to square root. It is an assignment statement. Whatever is on the RHS, that would be initialized to LHS. So what is in square root? The square root value happens to be 14. So temp variable would also be initialized with 14. So the new value of temp happens to be 14. And the next statement to be executed is square root is equal to number divided by square root plus square root, entire thing divided by 2. Here, square root value happens to be 14 and number value happens to be 100. If I substitute these two values in the statement, I would be getting it as 100 divided by 14 plus 14, whole thing divided by 2. Again, we should first perform division according to the BODMAS rule. What is 100 divided by 14? 100 divided by 14 happens to be 7. Plus, I should be adding 14 to it. 7 plus 14 would give me 21. What is 21 divided by 2? 21 divided by 2 happens to be 10. Since integer by integer, it should always give me an integer result. The new value of square root happens to be 10. Since we are within the while loop, we should check the condition again. This time, square root happens to be 10 and temp happens to be 14. So if I substitute these two values in the variables, we will be getting it as long as 10 not equal to 14. Again, the condition is true. So, since the condition is true, we would be executing both the statements within the while loop. And the first statement to be executed is this: temp is equal to square root. This is an assignment statement. That is, whatever is on the RHS, that should be stored in the LHS. So, what is the value of square root? Square root happens to be 10. So, temp variable would also be initialized with 10. So, the new value of 10 happens to be 10. And the second statement to be executed is this: square root is equal to number divided by square root plus square root and the whole thing divided by 2. What is the value of number? Number happens to be 100. What is square root value? If we see the memory layout, we can see that value of square root happens to be 10. And if I substitute these two values in the statement, I would be getting it as 100 divided by 10 plus 10 and the whole thing divided by 2. What is 100 divided by 10? 100 divided by 10 happens to be 10. If I had 10 to this, I would be getting it as 20. 20 divided by 2 would give me 10. So at the end of cycle 4, square root value happens to be 10. Since we are within the while loop, I should check the condition again. In cycle 4, square root is 10 and the value of temp is 10. Therefore, the condition square root not equal to temp would not be satisfied and the control would not enter the while loop. If you carefully watch, the final value of square root of the number 100 is obtained in the variable square root, which happens to be 10.